Hi there, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another video. Given a lot of the questions and comparison requests that I got in the comments, I thought I'd just make a video where we talk about all the wave shoes together and come up with a ranking, also the best in each category for you to consider. So you might have heard me say this before. In my opinion, this is the most consistent brand when it comes to the encore performance of their hoop shoes. Nike and Jordan brand, whether you love or hate them, they do offer the best variety of products for us to choose from. But even in that regard, Li-Ning and Wade are seriously catching up with all these fantastic silhouettes. They have also started to charge some filthy retail prices, like on their flagship model, which I don't like. But from a purely performance standpoint, there's really not much to hate about them. We have two goals for this video. One is that I'll pick out one or two shoes that are the best in each aspect. Like if you want to get the bounciest shoe from the brand, I'll tell you which one it is. And two is that for those that care more about overall performance, I'll try to rank them or do like a top 5 in order. But you know, it really is the toughest call to make. A lot of it just comes down to your personal preference, because you'll see there's really no bad pick here. Also, if you're new here, please consider subscribing as we go over shoes from all different brands all the time and make the toughest comparisons between two amazing hoop shoes. Let's get right into it. First, I'll start with traction. The rubber outsoles that they put out are really some of the best on the market. All of them are loud and squeaky and have decent durability for outdoor use. So this is extremely hard to pick out which traction is the best of the best. But there has to be a conclusion, and I think I'm going to go with the Wave 10. Traction performance is the same, by the way, between the regular and low top. With this also, I basically never had any issues getting to a hard stop on both clean and dusty courts. Never slipped a bit, really. And this is good to go right out of the box, so you can be confident making your moves at all times playing in these. A close second would probably be the Sonic Flash. That pattern made of small flashes works extremely well. The AlsBeatz 11 traction was great too, but needed a little bit of break-in time from my experience. The rest of them all have great traction as well. Honestly, the only one that failed in this aspect is the 808 2 Ultra in this oxygen colorway. This translucent also was terrible on dust. I was like skating on ice on a dusty court. But from those who have the solid rubber version, traction performance is way better and at the same level of most of the other ones here. So once again, make sure you get the solid rubber also version. And now that the V2 came out, I think most of them are solid rubber anyways, so you should be good to go. While we're here, I personally didn't get the V2 for the 808 2, or at least not yet. But I'm pretty sure the performance is basically identical. You know, based on their other models, like the AlsBeatz 10, I think somehow in wave terms, V2 just means strap or an ankle sleeve, something like that. But hey, if the original version has worked so well, why change it, right? Moving on to cushioning, I'll be a little bit more specific. So the most comfortable shoe here, I think I'm gonna go with the AlsBeatz 11. It's also the shoe that gives you the best transition. So smooth that there's no pause in your movement in any direction. Then followed by the Sonic Flash. With core feel, I love the Sonic Flash, and it's at a perfect balance among all these. The two extreme ends are the Iceblood V2 for an absolutely low to the ground type of shoe, or the Wild 10 to make you feel elevated on the court. So it depends on what you prefer. And once again, the Sonic Flash is like right in that sweet spot in between. So I'm loving it recently. And the most responsive or bounciest shoe here is the Wave 10. Full length boom, carbon fiber shank plate, a very bouncy setup. Best impact protection also goes to the Wave 10. It's got just the right amount of caging to hold the upper, and the foam absorbs impact very well to give you a smooth and secure landing. This is followed by the AlsBeatz 11, also with the boom midsole. Best forefoot cushion, I'm gonna go with the Sonic Flash. Compared to shoes like the Speed 9 Premium, on this shoe you can really feel the nice little bounce and cushion underneath at the front. And it meshes well with the whole setup too. Plus, it feels very comfortable on feet. Now, in terms of fit, I know a lot of people are concerned about not getting the right size if you haven't had a pair of their shoes before. I always suggest that when in doubt, go half size up from your true size or normal Nike size. The most wide-foot friendly shoe here is the 808 2 regular version. Regular, not Ultra. So the 808 2 regular is the one shoe here that I think you can go true to size with. Ultra is half size up, because the boom drop-in midsole takes up a tiny bit more space inside, and the salt color is most ideal with half size up. Then the AlsBeatz series has been pretty wide-foot friendly too, very decent space in the toe box. Wild 10 and Shadow 4 have a pretty tight midfoot area. Like these two, even after a good amount of playing time, I still have a hard time putting them on. I need to loosen up a couple eyelets every time. Materials, the upper of the Son of Flash is the best in the way it conforms to your feet. It's pretty soft, but not too soft like the AlsBeatz 11, where it becomes loose after a while, but also not too sturdy like the AlsBeatz V2. So Son of Flash is my pick here. It's hard to define what the highest quality material is, because technically we might have different standards. Lightest and most breathable, I'll give it to the Shadow 4. Best stability would be the Waveweight 10, and same goes with ankle support too on the original mid-top Wild 10. If you really need a secure lockdown, Waveweight 10, Son of Flash, and Shadow 4 are also the best here. I guess the last thing I left out is pricing, but on waveweight.com you can just compare all the prices. I mean, that probably depends on your budget too. I think the Son of Flash has great value for its price, or the Shadow 4 with a discount at like below $100 USD. But I'll leave that decision to how much you're willing to spend. For those who know, I'm always most interested in the lowest priced items of a brand. So maybe the hardest part today is the ranking. This is based entirely on overall performance from my experience. And I've already been forcing myself to rank these in order. But here it is. I'll briefly explain too. So number one, the best you can get from the brand is the Waveweight 10. This shoe is just a complete package. From the way that also grips the floor to impact protection and bounciness. Again, if we're not looking at the price tag, it's even hard to find a flaw on these. Second place, maybe surprising, my personal favorite as of now too, the Son of Flash. It might not be crazy good in a particular aspect, but it's a good mixture of what the brand offers and gives you a little bit of everything you need. Amazing traction, the cushioning setup and responsiveness are more than sufficient. Good lockdown, and the materials make sense too. The next spot, I have the AlsBeatz 11, a waifu-friendly shoe with a super smooth transition. I don't have these over the Son of Flash just because of lockdown and traction performance on a dusty setting. Son of Flash, I never had any issues with the traction. At number 4, I have the 808-2 regular version, one of my top 10 picks from last year too, but I wouldn't take these over any of the top 3 from the brand. Heel slippage was a very small issue, and these aren't going to be as responsive. Not a good amount of compression. Still a great shoe though. And at number 5, I'll have the Shadow 4, basically almost a budget version of the Wild 10. Similar fit, good traction, mid-top shoe with a secure lockdown, but not as bouncy. Unfortunately, the AlsBeatz V2 didn't make it, because objectively speaking, there's really not much going on with this cushioning setup and impact protection. But I absolutely love how low to the ground they are, and this shoe just works for me. So aside from the performance ranking, my 2 favorite shoes from the brand as of now are the Son of Flash and AlsBeatz V2. That's it for this video on picking the best out of the Waveweight shoes. If the information helped a bit, don't forget to drop a like. Obviously, it's just based on my experience playing in them, so feel free to add your own experiences down in the comments to share with others and myself. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.